So I just woke up and it's the middle of the night. I just had this dream and I had to just record it quick. Tell me what you think about this. This is really interesting. I'm just going to say it while I remember it. So I was a trainer in my dream and I met this woman. And let me tell you how I met her. I was walking through the mall with my girlfriend and I saw this lady, this woman, and she was on one of those wheelchairs, like the carts, right? Because she needed assisted walking. She was very obese, but not to the point where it was just, wow, it was just way, it was reasonable, but it was questionable maybe why she was so obese. Like it could have just been self-neglect. It could have been medication that just kind of went too far. Like, she didn't look unhealthy in the sense that she was just old and feeble. She looked too young to be that overweight, so I couldn't tell exactly what the issue was. And I just had something click in my brain in the dream, and I just wanted to go ask her. And I was going to go ask her, and I did go ask her. And my girlfriend's freaking out. She's like losing her shit. She's like, babe, you're not gonna go and talk to this woman. But I was already like, I'm going. And so I just walked up to her and I said, excuse me, ma'am, or miss, you know. I think I said, excuse me, miss, because I wanted to be complimented, because this is kind of confrontational, right? This is just out of the blue. And I didn't think it was something didn't click in the dream. I just didn't think it was inappropriate. I didn't think it was, you know, this is not something you normally do in real life, even though freedom of speech, there's a lot of sensitivity and stuff. We talked about that the other day on the show. And so I asked her, I said, miss, I just really want to be, I'm sorry for bothering you, but I really want to be completely authentic and real and honest. I wanted to ask you a question. Is your situation, and I said, I want to ask you a question because, like, does your situation require, or how did that come to pass, right? How do you become this overweight? I'm not going to lie to you. We both know you're overweight. How did it come to this, you know? And I told her that I was a fitness professional. I told her I was, you know, did a ton of social media. I didn't get into it. I wasn't, like, in my dream, it wasn't, I'm Swolenormous. You know, it was just, I was a fitness, you know, pro. And I said that I'd be interested in potentially helping you, because maybe there are things that I can do for you that haven't been done, or you haven't committed yourself, like maybe this is possible to be improved. Now I also told her, okay, a couple things. One, it's very forward and arrogant of me in a way to think that maybe you don't want to be helped. So if you don't want help, that's fine. There's nothing I can do for you there. You know, two, I don't know if you can be helped. And, you know, just, you know, three, I don't even remember. That kind of was like kind of fuzzy, but I pretty much said that I'm offering that. In other words, I was offering, oh, I think I missed that part. I just woke up. I'm trying to patch this together. When I went up to her, I explained that I am willing to, in other words, give her my services, like train her and coach her and, you know, bring her as best to both of our abilities to her goal, like to be back and healthy again. And then the dream just kind of skipped. I don't remember anything after that, but apparently she said yes because I'm training her. So it was very basic. And I remember because, you know, me being social media guy and with the brand and everything, I'm always video and recording it for content. So that part of my dream was still intact. I was still that person. So I had the phone set up, and it's funny because it's probably, you know, it's a dream because I always look through a camera so much and I'm always looking at film and screens, that when in the dream, when I'm watching me train her and go through it, I was like, it's like I was watching it on a screen. I feel like I was watching video, like editing the video that I shot of it or something. It's weird. Can you tell that I edit too many videos all the time? So I was having her do, and then I kind of went into like first person in the dream. I wasn't watching like on this virtual screen in my dream. It's weird. I was actually training her, and I was having her doing something very generic, like super basic, like 12 reps of standing up out of a chair and sitting back down. So the first workout, I remember the first workout, I had her get up and get down, stand up and sit down 12 times. And she did it. And I said, great job, we'll do it, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, we'll continue tomorrow. And she goes, what do you mean that's it? I said, that's it. We'll do it tomorrow. And after a while, she's just like, but we didn't do anything. I said, no, we did 12 reps of, chair squats. Like, you did great. And you could tell she was like, okay. And so I left, came back, and I had her do 12 reps again the next day. And then that was it. And I said, okay, we'll do it again tomorrow. And she's like, okay, we just did the same thing. All right, so I saw it tomorrow. And then that day, I did that. That went on for like a week. And she started to, get frustrated. But then I had like a sit down with her and I said, listen, I know it seems basic, but this is how it's done. This is how it's done. We just gotta be consistent. And she's like, I convinced her that doing just like, a few, 1 or 2 sets, and we eventually moved up to like 2, but it was like one exercise. It was really like that basic exercise. Standing and sitting down. It was like maybe 2 sets after the couple weeks or 3 sets. So, but because it's activity and she wasn't doing it and she was consistent, she started to lose a little bit of weight, and but then it plateaued, right? Pretty quickly too. It's not a lot of overload, right? So that plateaued, but I kept on doing the same thing. So I think it was like 2 or 3 sets, but I was doing the same thing. And then after, the plateau, people want to keep on seeing progress, especially when you have that much to lose. So she was getting frustrated. I could see it building up inside her. Eventually, she said, after, several weeks of that, this is the dream. So after a period of time, she was like, that's it. Enough. I'm done with this. I need to push myself. I need to work my ass off, and I know this is not, like, I'm not seeing progress. It was okay when I was seeing results, but I'm not seeing results. Something's wrong. We're not doing enough. This is too easy for me. I don't think we should work together anymore. I appreciate it, but I'm going to, do it myself, or find someone else. And I remember looking at her, and I remember looking into her eyes and saying, I'm so proud of you. And then I gave her a big hug. And she was so confused. And, and then so after the hug, she said, I don't get it. What are you proud of me for? I just told you I didn't, want you to train me anymore. There was no monetary exchange, but obviously time and energy and stuff like that, And in other words, she's like, I don't get it. Like, what's the deal? And I said, I had to show you what it's like. I had to show you what it's like for something to feel easy, for your body not to be challenged. I need to show you what it's like to feel that you have to push yourself. I wanted you not to need me. I wanted you to not need me. I wanted you to need to do it for you, not for me. She said she was going to do it. I don't need you. This is not working out. I'll do it myself or find someone else. In other words, I wanted you to be so serious about this for you, because even if I'm here, no one can do the work but you. No one can do the work for you. Even if I'm coming over to your place, your gym, wherever we're training, that wasn't clear in the dream, no matter what, you need to do it for you. When you're here with me, you need to do it for you. If you're training with someone else, and if that's still what you want, that's fine. You need to do it for you. If you're doing it on your own, you need to be doing it for the right reasons, for you, not to look sexy for other people, for your health. Looking good is a bonus, but looking good changes, right? In the 70s, the models were fucking sticks, and they're sticks now, but it's more voluptuous, right? Just tastes change. What people perceive as sexy changes, and it's subjective. So you have to do it for you and all the things that we know about health and not being severely obese. Because remember, motorized cart, not that she needed necessarily a wheelchair, but motorized cart in the mall kind of thing. So yeah, it just like, and then, you know, she cried and I cried in the dream, and it got really cheesy and stuff, but like real emotion. I just, you know, I think this dream was like a culmination of all these. I have these conversations every day, fam. Like I have these conversations every day, and I have these discussions, and it's people, you know, those of you watching too that are struggling with their results, what they're getting out of it. You're struggling with those plateaus. Like in this dream, I needed to show her that you're gonna put in like what it's like to see no change, how to recognize that, how to recognize when you have to push your body harder, how to recognize like the effort you need. You need to push yourself, because I told her, and this is another part of the dream that I just remembered, I was saying if I just came back the next day and we did 2 sets at 12, and then 3 sets at 12, and then 4 sets at 12, and I added this, I added that, there's a very good chance that one of those sessions I might have pushed a little bit too hard, like thought she was ready before. You know, it's, I mean, personal training, if you're a trainer, you're a fitness trainer, you have to be a professional and not overtrain someone or do too much, because you want them to be able to continue, you want them to get hurt and all that kind of stuff. So it's either, there's always a balance between not training someone hard enough or training them too hard too quickly. And once you get to like one of those workouts where there's a failure point, right, where the person doesn't succeed, and if that's early on, with that someone that obese and how challenging that journey would be, that failure could be just epic, whether I'm there or not, because they're with themselves. I don't think I can do this. They're likely to be less motivated and feel more pushed and feel more defensive against comments or my efforts to push harder, and she's failing workouts. I wanted to show her 2 things. I wanted to show her that she could do it, and that she needs to push herself, and that it's going to be hard. Not to mention get that adaptation of standing up and sitting down. Chances are she was doing that more on her own anyway. And after the dream, I remember having these little conversations, little flashes come back that she had started doing more and more on her own. So she already knew she could do more, because she's like, let me try this. I could probably do 10. Let me see if I could do it twice in a day. Of course I can. Stand up, sitting down. So she was doing more stuff on her own that she had seen online or something. She just didn't tell me because she felt bad because I had gotten her to that point. So she had actually been doing some other fitness stuff, which attributes to probably her good weight loss at first. So yeah, I thought it was a cool dream. I thought it was cool. It's just like the psychology. Like you all have to understand that it's going to be challenging. There's going to be it's going to be hard. There's going to be plateaus, but it's expected, and it just shows how much it's just in the mind. Like if you want it and you're serious about it and you're doing it for you, not me, not anyone else, you're doing it for you, you'll get it done. You'll find a way. You just need to really do it for the right reasons. Do it for you, do it for your kids, do it for your family, do it for the things that are most important in your life for you. Do it for you so you can enjoy all those things. And you can help other people enjoy those things and spread the joy, right? So, just my dream. Yeah, can't wait to post this up. I'm just going to post it up raw. And I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it kind of made some sense and maybe opened some doors and everything. But, all right. Talk to you later. Peace out.
My family, all I need is my family. My family, all I need is my family. My family, all I need is my family. My family, all I need is my family.